Hey guys, let's talk for a little bit. Just wanted to get some stuff out of the way for future projects that I want to do, and I don't want to just randomly put a long end card at the end of a video because I was really close to doing that with the Remnant review. So we're just gonna go over a few things that I wanted to talk about, and keep in note this isn't like a Logan Paul. I'm very sorry I had a lapse in my judgment. Like, I'm not apologizing or I didn't do anything crazy. I just wanted to like talk about this stuff that was happening, and now that I got this fancy microphone, this feels like the best time to talk about all this stuff. So for starters, the reason I went missing for about 3 weeks, give or take, is because I had my room being like, there was work being done on it and I couldn't be in here, and there was like no real way for me to like get all my projects together, if that makes sense. And I didn't want to go like, okay, I'm gonna make a video, it's not gonna be as good as it can be, but it's something to put out, and I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. So I just waited, and in that time I was waiting, I was putting together scripts and stuff, and I did what I could do for that time period. I've been told that I might possibly have my room worked on again. I don't know when, but if I'm informed, I want to record all the scripts beforehand, so as long as I have my computer, I can make those videos happen anyways. Let's see, what's next? The Logcast. Oh man. For the Logcast was a really fun thing. People ended up liking it, but I felt like it was more of my like personal therapy session, if that made sense, because there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about, but there wasn't anyone that I knew IRL that I could talk about it with. So when I had the Logcast, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna vomit it all out. And now I don't feel like it's necessary to have the Logcast. I'm not in that mental headspace of, I need to get this all out right here, right now. Like, I'm sure it would be nice to do that every once in a while, but I don't think that needs to be on my YouTube channel because it doesn't fit the kind of content and stuff I want to keep pushing forward. So it just be like filler. And since I do it like every week, it would look weird, you know, if someone just found the channel and it's like, oh, look at this video I really liked. Here's him just talking for 50 minutes, and I just don't want it to be like that. So it's yeah. I don't think the Logcast is completely dead. It's just the way it was is probably not coming back. Like, I mentioned it before on there that if I had a guest or someone that I really like wanted to talk about making stuff with, I would bring it back. But as it was for me just talking about myself and what I was working on, I don't think that's gonna happen again. Now, for what direction this channel's going in, I think the stuff I want to make is more like, you could probably tell from like, I kind of dabbled with it back all the way whenever I made the Fatal Bullet video, just like more like a review or analysis kind of thing. And I want to do more of that, like mainly on things that don't get talked about that I like the Fist of the North Star video. No one is talking about Fist of the North Star like anymore, and all that kind of stuff. And you can tell by the newer videos, like the Remnant and the one before that, the Monster Hunter one. I just want to talk about stuff that I want to talk about, let it be niche or not. That's the kind of direction I want to go in with the stuff that I make on here. As for mixes I think will pop up every once in a while. If you've been here a bit, you probably are like, he says this every time, he's gonna stop making mixes. And like, yeah, I mean, I don't usually intend on making mixes, real talk. Like, usually if I make a mix, it's because an idea randomly shot in my head of 2 songs that sound kind of similar, and then I'll just mash them together, because I know that the mixes that I have, no one else would make them, because they're such like random things. Like, no normal person is thinking, let me mix the Pizza Tower theme with DJ Subatomic's theme. Literally, I don't think a single other human on this earth was thinking to do that, because it's such a random, obscure mix of things. If there are mixes, you know, I think they'll still be a thing. They just won't be as frequent. As for dubs and stuff, dubbing is like a small hobby of mine. Like, I don't think that's going anywhere. I think I'm okay. It's more of a for fun thing. That is the most for fun thing that I do, because it's like, I'm like, I don't really care who sees it. I just wanted to do it. That kind of stuff, I'm gonna put in the playlists, because if you've noticed recently, I tried to move all my side content into playlists, like unlisted videos into the playlists section, so I didn't have to worry about them like cluttering up the main stuff in case someone new was to come on. So if you were interested in any of that stuff, and if I were to make any more of that kind of stuff and post it here, I would check in the playlist section. If there was a place where I would upload those more, it would probably be Instagram, because I feel like Instagram me and YouTube me, they're kind of different. Like on YouTube, I feel like I want to do more stuff I have to like really think about doing, like the more like the analytical type stuff. But on Instagram, it's like I don't really care that much. NFY, talked about this enough times. Every single time I mention it, I'm like, NFY is coming back, NFY resurgence, and I really want to work on NFY. Like, don't get me wrong, like I do love the idea of just like me and a ton of other people who make stuff just getting together and talking about making things. And I'm in communities with people who make stuff, but it's like that's not usually the focus of the conversations, and I do kind of want a place where that is the main focus and point of the general area, if that makes sense. And the thing is with NFY is like, it's a lot to try to put something like that together when you're like me, you know? I mentioned it in the vlogcast before how if I was to make NFY, I want to lead by example. If I was to start doing NFY stuff again by myself, I want more of a backlog of content and stuff that they could see. They go like, oh, this is a legit guy. I hated this. So if you remember, I had a schedule and I said I'm gonna upload every single day, and man, that was a moment of time. For the stuff I want to make now, it is nigh impossible to upload daily. As anyone that edits can notice, it takes longer than a day to make a single video, like, let's be real. But to be safe, I'm gonna say if I had a schedule, it would be one video a week, and then whatever else ends up happening. Like one video a week at 3:30 p.m. That's the main goal for right now. With that, I do believe that's all I had to say. If you've seen it this far, I'd like to thank you for listening to me and following me. You know, I guess it's time to end this video, so bye.